Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going on an incredible journey, following a single drop of fluid as it travels through one of the most amazing filtration systems on the entire planet, your kidney. Get this. Every single day, your kidneys process a mind-boggling 180 liters of fluid from your blood. That is a staggering amount of work happening inside of you right this second. And just to put that into perspective for you, imagine a standard bathtub, filled right to the brim. That's how much fluid your kidneys are handling every 24 hours. But wait a second, you're obviously not producing a bathtub full of urine every day, right? You only end up with about 1 to 2 liters. So what gives? Where does the other 99% of that liquid go, and how on earth does your body figure out what to keep and what to get rid of? Well, the magic happens inside millions of tiny, microscopic powerhouses in each kidney called nephrons. Now, there are a couple of different types, but honestly, they all perform the same essential, life-saving job.
Okay, so let's dive in. We're going to map out the precise journey that our little drop of fluid is about to take as it winds its way through one of these amazing nephrons.
This diagram here, this is going to be our roadmap. The whole shebang can really be boiled down to 3 main stages. First, filtration, then reabsorption, and finally, secretion.
Our journey kicks off in a place called the glomerulus, and you can think of this first step as the Great Squeeze. It's a big, high-pressure event that's not very picky.
What happens here is your blood pressure literally forces all the small stuff, we're talking water, salts, glucose, waste products, out of the blood and into the start of the nephron. The only things left behind are the big things, like your blood cells and large proteins.
And here's the kicker. Your body doesn't spend a single ounce of energy to make this happen. It's a completely passive process, driven entirely by the simple physics of your blood pressure. Pretty efficient, huh?
Okay, so we've squeezed a bunch of stuff out. But now, we've got a new problem. That fluid, that filtrate, isn't just waste. It is packed with valuable things the body absolutely cannot afford to lose. Water, glucose, essential salts, you name it.
Which brings us to stage 2, a massive, and I mean massive, recycling operation. The mission is simple. Get all the good stuff back into the body before it gets flushed away for good.
And the scale of this project is just wow. Just look at these numbers. Of the 180 liters of water that get filtered, your body pulls back 179 of them. And glucose? 100%. All of it is reclaimed. It is an unbelievably efficient system.
Now, the undisputed star of this reabsorption show is a funky-looking structure called the Loop of Henle, and its genius is all in the design. It has 2 sides, or limbs, and they have completely opposite properties. One side lets water pass through, but not salt. The other side lets salt pass through, but not water. Okay, so let's trace the path here, because this is really cool. As the fluid goes down the first part of the loop, water gets pulled out into the surrounding kidney tissue. This makes the fluid left inside super concentrated. Then, as it goes up the other side, that part is impermeable to water, so instead, salt gets pumped out. This incredible push and pull system is the key to how your body reclaims so much water.
All right, so we've filtered everything out and we've pulled back all the good stuff. It's time for one last highly targeted cleaning sweep.
This final step is called tubular secretion, and here the body actually uses energy to actively grab any leftover waste products, bits of certain drugs, or excess ions directly from the blood and dump them into the tubule. This is the last chance to take out the trash.
So this whole system is just incredible, right? But it does raise a pretty big question. Who's in charge here? How is this ridiculously complex, multi-stage process actually managed and regulated?
Well, meet the Mission Control Center, the Juxtaglomerular Apparatus, or JGA for short. And check out this brilliant design. It's a special spot where the tubule actually loops all the way back to touch the very arteriole that feeds it. It's the perfect setup for being the nephron's on-site quality control supervisor.
So what does it do? Well, it's essentially a tiny sensor. It's constantly checking the fluid that flows past it, monitoring things like the flow rate and how salty it is. This gives it a perfect, real-time snapshot of how well the whole system is working.
So, what happens if the JGA senses that, say, blood pressure is too low or the salt concentration is off? It springs into action. It releases an enzyme called renin, which kicks off a powerful hormonal chain reaction that tells the entire body to raise blood pressure and conserve salt and water.
a tiny local sensor making a huge systemic call. And with that final check from Mission Control, our journey is complete. That entire bathtub full of fluid we started with has been filtered, recycled, and refined into just a liter or two of urine.
So, to sum it all up, this table lays it out perfectly. It's like a 3-act play happening inside you 24/7. Act 1, a big, messy filtration. Act 2, a super efficient reclamation project. And Act 3, a final, precise sweep to toss out the junk. It's this process that keeps you in balance, every second of every day.
It really is a masterpiece of balance, which leaves us with a pretty important question. What are the consequences for our health when this crucial, incredibly delicate balancing act gets disrupted?